I want to welcome you all to the show. My name is Mike Reed. I'm a commercial appliance technician in Texas, providing information on training in the commercial space. I welcome you to come on in, place your questions in the comment section. What we're going to do today is talk about Follett. And then as a crowd favorite, if you put in your zip code in the comment section, I'll go into the health department of whatever zip code you're providing and see what we could find. See what kind of dirt we can dig up for you. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's just go with training dates. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Brother Charles, what's happening? CEO Jakes. Look at that. Brother Charles is in there, in the house. Well, this is going to be a good one for you because this is something for you and your sons too, Brother Charles. Look at that. Man, I should put out notifications more often. I didn't even tell you what's going on today. Let me see here. What's happening, Brother Charles? All right, so tell you what. You go ahead and get to this. And Charles, I didn't even tell you that this is one of your favorites. I didn't even bring this up to you. So I'm handling Follett Ice. So you'll notice what I'm going to put there in the chat is a link for the training on Follett Ice. So let me go to the tab. This is the screen that you're going to want to go to. And I'll catch up for people that come in later on as people trickle on in. So there's the link. It's in the chat. You can click on that one. That one is going to bring you right to the section of the Follett training site where they're currently having the live webinars. So let me go back on over to this. And can you guys hear me okay? So on the in this section of the live training, they still have not gone back with the in-person. Every 3 years, Follett will do an in-person class. And once COVID hit, that really messed everything up. So once you go into the in-person, you're going to see that they have this 75-minute class, and it is a live webinar with the trainers, with their factory instructors. So this is January 23rd. And so this is 10 a.m. Eastern. And so, yeah, Brother Charles, here's your Symphony Plus dispenser. And so you would just click on the link, and it's gonna give you a number of things to fill out. And what you end up, so this is what the screen looks like. And so you'll have the screen where you're gonna have the instructor on there, and they're gonna go over everything step by step, Brother Charles. So it's a nice little refresher. It's a nice little refresher for you and your sons. Yeah, I'll keep it up with training dates. So it's you can ask the trainer whatever you want. They reserve. So I guess the training class is probably like 60 minutes. And in the last 15 minutes, and possibly longer, is whatever you want to talk about with the trainer, they'll go over that with you. So it's real simple. You just fill out your name, your email address, and then on that date, they're gonna shoot you back that email, say, hey, click the link for Zoom. So just make sure you download Zoom, because they're not saying it here, but it's typically going to be on Zoom. So yeah, this is Ernie. So this is the guy. Yeah, usually I see Ernie. It could be either one of those guys, but usually it's Ernie that does the training class, and it's a nice class. Any question you have, these are the guys that's going to answer for you. So these are the same people you call when you're in trouble and you need a refresher on something. These are the guys. These are the ones. So let me go over. Let me go back. So on the 23rd, you got that. So that's in the morning. The afternoon, here is your preventative maintenance. 90 minutes. You can take this on your phone or a tablet. It's just that every time a phone call comes through on your phone, it's going to knock out the class, and then you have to log back in again. So this is Eastern Standard Time, not Central, not West Coast. This is Eastern Time, January 23rd. So this is your preventative maintenance class. So, Brother Charles, this is the one that you really want. But if I were you, I'd have your sons watch, from the morning to the afternoon. And then if you want to break it up, let's see here what he does. Oh no, on the 25th. All right, so on the 25th, let me make this a little bigger. And is everybody able to click that link? So on the 25th, he does in the morning. Now he's doing the Symphony Plus dispenser. That's what it is. It is a Symphony Plus. All right, so he is doing it. It just looks, that's the water system, and then I don't know if he's going over the ice. Nah, they just have it weird. They just have it worded strange. It looks like, but you can ask him on the 23rd, and then on the 25th, he's going over the electrical system of the dispenser. Yeah, my guess is he's just talking about the water, because it specifically states water system on the 23rd, and then on the 25th, it just says dispensers. So my guess is he's going to be talking about the ones that are doing the water and the ice. All right. And so on the 25th, so you got a full day on the 25th. So now he's talking about the electrical system on the Symphony Plus. And then I'll touch on the stuff for February. Now we get into your fridges and your freezers. So all of you that are taking care of hospitals, doctors' offices, blood banks, that type of thing, this is what they're really big in the upright. And they're also for medicine as well, because they do the full charting. They have the full graph system on their fridges, and they show you how that works. So that is in February, but right now we're just covering January. I'm just covering January this year. I said I'm going to try to keep you guys all up to date. So once you select one of those classes, register. Just register. Do yourself a favor and register for all of them. If you don't attend them, so what? They are completely free. They're doing the classes with or without you. So even if nobody shows up, the instructor is just there. It's going to be him and then an administrator from Follett, and they'll hang out the whole time, because it's what they have posted. All right, so I got more coming up with you guys on Follett in February. So that's going to be for your fridges. All right, and then I'll go back on over this. Let me see here. I'll go back on over this when we get some more people that come on in. So if that drives you guys nuts, I apologize. All right, CEO Jakes, what is your zip code? What state are you in? What city are you in? Because what I like to do is I'll pull up the health department reports for you guys. And this is one, Charles, that, we've gone over this, but I'll hit you up with this one, so you'll find it's a lot easier to get into. one of my subscribers is in Delaware, and so I looked this up, and then just going in, I looked at this, and I'm like, man, any customer with just any restaurant that has this many citations, you got to look into these people. So I looked into Gallery Pizza and Grotto Pizza. Oh, there's Gallery. So both these pizza places are really, really rough customers over there. So I did some research for you guys, and they are using a number of different ovens. This is a Lincoln Impinger oven, and I have all the online training information for that. Other ones, they're using Middleby Marshall ovens, the Wow ovens, and it's all in these on the Instagram photos. If you actually take a look, you'll be able to find it. So let me see here. Oh, we got a new comment here. Oh, okay. Wait, you're in Delaware? Let's see here. 19804. You're in Delaware, really? Oh yeah. 19804. Wow. All right. So you follow me on Instagram. How about that? I had no idea. I just like for Charles, because Charles' favorite is Follett Ice. As CEO Jakes, I had no idea you would be on today. This was just, I'm trying to stay on top of the schedule, trying to stay on top of this stuff. So let me put this in the, since I didn't know you were going to be here, let me put this in the, okay, let me put this in the chat. It was a little funny getting into it. All right, I just dropped the link. It's in the chat section. Let me go ahead and change my banner. All right. And like always, let me know if that link does not work. And Brother Charles, we can do some Houston for you too. Now, so when you go in there, it pulls everything up alphabetically. And what you do from there, once you click on it, don't click on the violations, because it pulls up some weird stuff. Oh, what did I do for you? I did some research for you, because I'd made you a promise some time ago that I would pull it up. I had to do something. I had to double click it, because it pulls up this weird list, and the list of violations constantly changes. It's all in all a very odd thing. Let me go back to the main one. So anyway, so there's Grotto Pizza, and you know, Grotto Pizza had some issues. Let me go down. Galuccio's, Game Changers. The health department in this city is not playing any games. Garrison Deli, even though these are older, this lets you know what type of establishment you're dealing with. It only takes just a change in staff, because this was 2023, and look at all the citations that they had. So for your area, what you're going to want to do is just go into these and is look them up. Of course, I don't know we know, what was that 190, oh, there it is, 19804. So you're in Wilmington, Delaware. All right. I don't know how far. Yeah, so you can go through your Wilmington. They don't allow you to mix this up like other states do. Yeah, I don't want to click on it, but you can go through. Let's see what O's have. All right, making sure you guys are still with me. So, Obie's by the Sea. Okay, so they were there not that long ago. 9/1 of 23. It was routine. Sussex County. Yeah, Sussex County. Sorry about moving around on you like that. Let's go back down. All these are Sussex. I have no idea how far Sussex is from you. But it's just, oh man, why are your seafood restaurants like this? Ocean Diner and Grill. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this into a little bit of a Google search. And then what I'm doing, since I'm not familiar with the area, I just pull it up like this. Then I'm able to see what other pictures that people have, especially people that most of the times these restaurants are going to post their own pictures, and they like to show off the kitchens and stuff like that. So these are all places that if I were you, oh, okay, you looked over it. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, these are all places that if I were you, I would definitely stop by. I would definitely. Now, when you went over this stuff, did you look at some of the chains that you had in your area? And what about the movie theaters? Did you see my video I did on the movie theaters? Because that's something else I'm talking with brother Charles about too. Focus more on some of these movie theaters. All right, let me go back into it. Food establishment. Let me see what else. Let me see. They do not make this thing. Let's see if you guys have any Cinemark movie theaters. Mm. Oh wow, the high school has a lot of violations. So yours take a little getting used to. All right, there's your Sussex County. Azafran, I have no idea what Azafran is. And then I noticed you have quite a few African and Jamaican restaurants too. Cafe a Go Go. Yeah, they have quite a few. So what you can do is you just go over. Like I looked at this 3305. Let's see what 3305 is. Ah, and when you know it, they skip it. So it's going to be something about food display, something in that neighborhood because it's somewhere between gloves and food display. So my advice to you, oh, now you're ready. Now, have you done any training on any of the appliances that go into some of the places you're looking at visiting? Have you even approached any potential customers yet? Because it's perfectly fine to be on the fence. You kind of want a game plan on what you're going to go after, whether you want to go after movie theaters, small grocery stores, whether you want to go after gas stations, hotels. You kind of want to focus on something and then start from there. So let's see what we got here. All right, I'm going back to this list. So right now I am looking for, okay, cakes. So if you do cakes, if you do any place that's focusing on cakes, and I hate to be that guy, but Cakes by Kim. So it sounds like an Asian bakery. Let's see what we got here. And it's not even that many. It's actually just one. It's actually just one. She's just had a number of visits. The one was in August. So let's see what Cakes by Kim looks like. So when you go to some place that's going to be cakes, so of course you're looking at ovens, you're looking at blenders, and of course refrigerators and freezers. display cases. All right, let's see what we pull up here. What the hell? I'll go with this one. I would go with the Instagram, but I'm not too sure what's going to pop up. Let's see if they have any pictures, because usually people will try to show off their kitchen, and I use that to see what they've got going on. So they're using some kind of a bakery service. Let's go back. Man, I've got no choice. I have to go into the Instagram. Please forgive my Instagram if it has any pictures that might be a little odd. Okay, so she's using waffle irons. That's a good one. Those aren't bad to service. And let's see if we can get in here. All right, so in the background of these wedding cakes, these are refrigerated display cases. These are like the Mark units, where they have the drawer down there at the bottom. The compressor is on the right. So we see there that they're using, that's going to be 220 volt refrigeration units. You're on the East Coast. These are more than likely, and I do believe that is a Mark unit. I believe those are Mark. They might not be, but that's how Mark's symbol is. They could be Mark, they could be Leader. Mark, Leader, and I can't remember who else the symbol looks like that. Now, here's another one. So now you're looking at a refrigerator or freezer unit back here. You're looking at something like a Masterbuilt, a Federal, Masterbuilt, Federal, somewhere, one of those brands is what you're looking at here. And matter of fact, and Brother Charles, you can't say why we were doing that, but Brother Charles helped me back 3 years ago, helped me with that one bakery. Remember that Hispanic, if you're still here, remember that Hispanic bakery where you had to pull in the vacuum pump and everything like that? Okay, FBD. All right, well, FBD isn't particularly going to help you on a bakery. All right, Crawford. All right, let me pin yours so we can go back to that. Okay, you're the one that said you ran through the whole training on FBD, because FBD is kind of involved. Did you ever get any the glycol? There's a sight glass to detect the sugar content in the mix, and you definitely need one of those. And you could always buy one on Amazon or eBay for a little or nothing. All right, so let's go back. So hopefully this is helping you out with some of this. So this is how you kind of scope out and see what the customer has. So let me go back here real quick. Let me go back. So when you're looking at these units, you're looking at door gaskets. And here's another unit right here on the left of the screen. So there's a unit. These are probably the display cabinets. And then behind the display cabinets, they have another refrigeration unit where they're having the cakes held. So these are orders that are behind the counter, behind whoever's working the counter. These are the orders for pickup that we're looking at right here in the screen. And in the front is display for people to take and go, or examples of cakes. Well, chances are it's like muffins and things like that for people to come in, buy, and take home with them. But once again, like I said, the fridge that you're seeing is kind of like blurry in the back. You see the lights. This tends to be, from what I see, this looks like a newer unit because that looks like LED lighting. LED lighting has that like blur to it. The other ones are like a continuous fluorescent lighting. So the new ones have this like LED, and so they're not always a continuous light. So door gaskets, the lighting system, cleaning the condensers, and then of course cleaning the drain because the evaporator is at the top, and so you get clogged drains, especially with them doing bakery because it's so humid in there, and every time they open up that door, that humidity goes in there. You get extra frost on the evaporator, and it's usually too much to go down the drain. So you got that. And then cleaning the condensers at the bottom. This will be a good one to go to for a preventive maintenance program. So they have some very nice cakes. But this pretty much showed me what I needed to know. They're not, no matter what they do, they're not going to replace that front display case, whether it's a Leader or Mark or one of those other ones. They're not going to replace that. That is going to stay in that restaurant. I mean that bakery until they close the doors. So that is a good that's a good client to have. So let's see here. All right, so that's Cakes by Kim. So you got that, and then of course, like I said, she got the refrigeration in the front, and then if you're into the hot side, she's gonna have a number of ovens in the back, a number of ovens in the back. And so sometimes you can find some pictures to see it, other times you don't. It is what it is. It says Calvary Church. I myself am not a fan of doing work in churches. The problem you have with that is people aren't there on a regular basis. And then when it's time for payment, you normally have to wait around for a particular person. Churches are a mess. You just can't, like that bakery is always open. You can go to that bakery early in the morning, pretty much to the evening, not a problem. But the church, you're always going to have to make an appointment, and there's always going to have to be someone there to meet you, let you in, all that kind of stuff. It is really a hassle. Now, I have no idea what this Wyoming, Camden, Wyoming Mart. I have no idea. Candy Connections. They only have one little thing. And that could stand for that everything is okay. Oh, of course. Canton House, Cantonese. This is going to be Chinese. All right, but you get the. Oh, sorry, you didn't see what I was doing. You didn't see what I was doing. Sorry about that. So you get the idea. This is pretty much how you go about this. Like I said, I don't know how far this is from you. Let's see what their Yelp looks like. Ooh, Yellow Pages. I'd rather do Yellow Pages. All right. So it is a very typical Chinese restaurant. So they got fryers. Chances are, even though they're using woks and deep fryers. Wish I had more pictures. So, and of course, you're going to have refrigeration. You're going to have a lot of refrigeration. All right, let me see what your chat has to say about that. All right, let's see here. Well, you don't have to decide either or. It's just nice to know what you're focused on, what you're ready to rock and roll with. That helps to give some type of direction. Okay, so before you got the training all set up. You're going to be going to training. That's not the end all be all. It's just to get you started. And then, like everybody say, once you go to training, tech support is a little more lenient with you. Once you've gone to training and you can say, hey, I went to such and so date. This was the instructor. I did go to class, and now here I am out here working on one of the units, and I need help. It tends to go a lot better for you than I'm out here on this job and I don't know what to do. So, yeah. You've been warned. All right. You said ice machine training in March. My advice is to always start closest to your home base. Wherever your office is, whether you're working out of a warehouse or if you're working out of your garage, wherever your base is, start closest to home. Start closest to where you're going to be at. Being that this is a new endeavor, you don't want to burn yourself out going back and forth to a place, because people are finding that out now. It's not as simple and easy as they thought it was going to be. So if you have to go back, you don't want to have to drive an hour to go back somewhere, especially on something that you're just now learning. You got the rudimentary skills, but there's differences. I make this example all the time. It's like being an auto mechanic. Working on a BMW is different than working on a Nissan. There's just differences there. All right. So, and it's the same thing with appliance repair. There's just differences there. Even though you know appliances, working on Follett is much different than working on Isomatic. There's just differences. Right. And well, I know the trainer. Whoever you had, I know who they are. If you call tech support, right. Right, because they give you. Let me see if I have my stuff here. They give you they give you all the manuals, right? And they will tell you, hey, go to this page in the manual. Because what they'll do is they'll tell you, okay, go to this page in the manual and follow those steps there. These are what the design pressures are for that unit at your temperature for your time of year. Run through this. Call me back, because there's only, and they're going to try to, they don't like for people to say this, but there's only a very small number of people that are fielding these calls nationwide. So even a company as big as Hoshizaki, for a number of years there, you would call and you would get like one or two guys consistently. They said there were more, but I only talked to the same two guys every time I ever called. But now I think they got at least like 6-7 guys answering the phone now. Manitowoc, they've also increased the number of people, but the number of people answering the phone are going to shrink, especially now because instead of them working the phones, they're out working classrooms. So that's the difference. And then I don't know if you've seen, but Hoshizaki is doing their classes, and I guess there's no charge this year on the ones where they're handling all the distribution for that market. They're not charging. So if you don't mind, I'm going to hit up Crawford's 30721. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Georgia. North Georgia. All right, so let's see what we got here. This should be fun. So now let's navigate through this. Family planning. We don't want any of that. And I am going to change this music in just 1 second. General nursing, immunization. All right, let me try this. Health department reviews. All right, let's see what we got here. No. All right, let me see what else I could do. Inspection scores. Here we go. Let's see what this gets us. And it appears to give us, all right, we have success. Let me give you the link. I know that's something you're going to want. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Crawford's Appliance. Put a 1 in the chat. I do have a number of people that follow me from Georgia. And CEO Jakes, we can always revisit what you got going on. We could talk about it because your stuff is a little your situation. Like I said, you just got to form a game plan. Look at what's in your area, and then you're gonna make a decision. What's in your area determines what you're gonna work on. Hmm. Oh, a nursing center. Let's see what we got here. I have a slight fondness for nursing centers. They have a pretty good score too. Okay. They have a pretty good. Oh, and you get the bookmark stuff. They have a score of 89. That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. All right, so we get to see what they had going on. All right, so microwave. Yeah, they're not cleaning in their food prep areas. All right, heavy buildup, food handling, wash, rinse blades. Not. All right, yeah, that's all nitpicking stuff. All right, this is what we want. Good repair and proper adjustment. Okay. Looks like they have in-house technicians over here, but they're just not cleaning. Oh, Yahtzee. Yahtzee. All right, what date was this? This was back in July. All right, so based on this, I would still go and give this agency, my agency, this old folks home, my information. So they had a temperature issue, and it said it was corrected during the inspection. Milk stored at 53. I would still give them my information if these people are close to you. Let's see what else we got going on here. More non-food cleanliness issues, insects, which is going to be common. Gap at the back door. That's why they had insects. Gap at the back door, so they would come in from the dump. All right, let's go back. But this is not a juicy one. Steak and Shake. Y'all still got Steak and Shake in Georgia? All our Steak and Shakes in Houston are gone. Yeah, Starbucks are typically going to be pretty high, 99. Subway is not. That's nice. The Subway is nice. Another nursing home, 89. Your nursing homes are quite nice over there in Georgia. More so, man, you guys got Subways. Hotel is 94. I don't know what Zorba's is. It sounds Greek. Seafood 99. Man, you got some high score. Oh, hell with this. Let me see what y'all options are. Because they ain't showing us some nice stuff. We don't want nice stuff. Ah, score. There we go. We want the low scores. 275. Let's see how we get to search this thing. That's nice. Just, as you see, this varies greatly from area to area. What are they trying to tell me? No facilities found? All right, we'll go from score of... All right, we'll go from score of 75 to 35. I don't quite know how the order their stuff is going. Tell you what, we'll go from 89 to 70. My guess is I probably have to select some stuff. And what county is this? See, I can't. All right, let me see if you're saying something in the chat. Oh, good. All right. Yeah, you can always put in CEO Jakes. You can always put in information. So wait a minute, who is it? All right. So Crawford, is this you as Big Boss Man? Well, let's see here. We'll go back. I'm gonna go back. It looks like Big Boss Man dropped off. Looks like I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Oh, golf courses. I hate golf courses. Golf courses have a lot of work. They have huge kitchens, very, very expensive kitchens. Golf courses handle all kind of family events such as weddings and things like that, birthday parties, company social functions, and then the regular social functions for the golf course, not to mention the day-to-day, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner that they serve at the golf club. Usually golf clubs are not that nice, but this one has a score of 100. Oh, there's some 70s. And it would be Salata. Salata is kind of cheap. They're a pain. When you're dealing with a Salata, Salata is salads, if you guys don't know. Salata is going to have Hoshizaki nugget machine. And then you're going to have your refrigeration. I can't remember if it's Turbo Air or Continental, where they have the prep tables where they have all the salads, the cold wells. Let's see what they got going on. Ooh, Tamika's the inspector for this part of Georgia. Hand washing. Now they doing right. Man, she did a lot of stuff. Okay. So their hot holding equipment is not working. So they didn't have proper hot holding. Corrected during the inspection is no. So the tortilla temp is lower than 135. Now the tortilla temp, I don't know if any of you saw my Chipotle video. So it could be AJ Antunes, it could be Volraf, it could be a number of different companies that do the tortilla press. I think it might be AJ Antunes. I haven't really paid attention to the tortilla press at Salata. Some Salatas will try to have everything fixed in-house, and they usually fail at it quite miserably. All right, so we're washing equipment. So they have a problem with their dishwashing machine. I don't know what brand they're using back there, or even if they're renting from Ecolab or what. So she advised the mod, the manager on duty, to call out for repair. Yeah, because it said it was not corrected during her inspection. So Tamika's kind of rough, man. Tamika's a tough customer. Okay, for any people that's coming in, yeah, that's right, Charles. Yeah, yes, a lot of it is cheap, man. Put your zip code, put whatever zip code you want into the chat, right? And then let me look up that stuff. Hey, and Brother Charles, did you want me to look up something? Let me see here, because this is Georgia. Because I don't even know if anybody in here is still in this North Georgia area. And like I said, I don't know what Zorba's is. Because I don't know what county and all that other kind of good stuff, I'm not even going to mess with it. I don't know if it's Clayton County. I don't know if it's Cobb. Where's Cobb? Cobb County. I don't know if it's DeKalb. I don't know if it's DeKalb County. I don't know. Ooh, Cobb County gave me that. Wingstop. I am shocked that they got a 97. I am shocked that they got a Texas Roadhouse got a 93. Texas Roadhouse number 162. Let's see what else they got here. Golden Corral. Golden Corral got a 91. Charlie's. This must be new. Let's see how new this Charlie cheesesteak is. Let's see if they're holding true and if this Charlie cheesesteak is near a Walmart. Indulge me, y'all, if you will. Let's check this out. This is how you search for a client. Yeah, my sister used to live in Atlanta, but I don't know where you guys. Nobody's put anything in the chat, so I'm going rogue. Yeah, I know, right? I know, no. Yeah, Jones is right. Golden Corral, man. Golden Corral got like equipment stacked on top of equipment, stacked on top of equipment, and half of it's always broken. Half of it is in some state of disrepair. And you guys excuse me. What I'm doing right now is I'm changing this music for a second because it's driving me nuts. And I am going to, we got about 15, we got about 15 more minutes and I'm gonna have to shut this one down. I'm gonna have to shut this down. I can come back for you guys, but if I go over an hour, I can't. I'm broadcasting to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. What I do is I also put this on X, which is Twitter. And if I go over an hour, they don't allow you to put the freaking video up. It's kind of a pain. So this is near a mall. Yeah, it's in the okay. This Charlie cheesesteak is one in the food court. So they got it. They went and got a twofer. In Texas, what Charlie cheesesteak is doing is they are going with Walmarts. So wherever there's a Walmart, they want to be in it or next to it. And so they actually went with with a 2-for-1. So they got in the food court of the mall, which they will do, and then they also are across the highway from a Walmart. So I know they're extremely happy about that. Oh, and you got a Chick-fil-A over there. So Charlie Cheesesteak is a new-ish chain that you all should go ahead and try and put your hat in the ring on that one. They're kind of babes in Toyland when it comes to that. 2904. All right, what is 2904? Health code violations. So as you see, I look up a number of different ways. Food, health department, health code violation. Yeah, I just looked up health code violation this time. Oh, they keep wanting to download? What the? I don't want to download. Oh, yeah, saying PDF. Let's see here. Why does it say Maryland? Montgomery County. Rodent problems at Silver Spring Restaurant. Why is it doing this? Are you in DC? Montgomery County, Maryland. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. So search by name. You can search by any one of these things. Food types, date. Man, it looks weird. How they got their freaking date? We'll just hit search. Let's see what we come up with. What? That's not the zip code you gave me, though, is it? Help me out here. Did I go rogue? What the hell happened? Let me make this bigger. Is this the zip code that you're looking for? 209. Okay, yeah. It's somewhere close. All right. Yeah, just we just need one zip code because you were doing all the close stuff. It's gonna already pick up the close zip codes, so that doesn't make it doesn't really make a difference to put all that because it's automatically once you give me the one in that close area, it's gonna give me another one. Food trucks are nightmares. Food trucks are nightmares. They're giving us a lot. Oh, capital cookout, mobile vending. Oh, it's okay to start out with that, but if I were you, I would stay away. All right. Once you get up and running, stay far away. Any inspection type, we're gonna go with oh, I am go restaurants. And now let's see what pops up here. This is a freaky system. Oh, let me give you this. Let me give you the link. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Now, Crawford, what are you saying no about? Oh, okay, okay. Crawford, you said you came in late. Let me see here. I'm backtracking the chat to see. No, you didn't come in late. I just start off. I'm gonna go in and revisit some of the stuff. Yeah, you don't have to do specific zip codes in Maryland because it's gonna cover those anyway. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So this is where we are, the DC health inspection. So I'm going back. So now going into pizza. So this is one of the things if you're gonna focus on a particular thing like pizza, just know that you're gonna have your refrigeration. Usually they'll have like one deep fryer, and then they'll have your pizza ovens. Now, especially on the East Coast, whether it's going to be a brick oven pizza, a deck oven pizza, or a conveyor, it's more going to lean towards a deck and a brick oven on that East Coast. You will have some conveyors. So let me jump into this. Let me see what these things look like. All right, so this is a nice looking report. So it looks like they're using a pretty similar, let me make this bigger, a pretty similar system that others are using. Oh God, what is my thing doing? There we go. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll recognize this similar style of report. What I like about this style is they give you everything. They give you phone numbers. They give you the email address. You have everything. So this is nice where they give you risk category. In these reports, they're going to break down exactly what the agent saw. Now they have it underlined whether it's in compliance or out. That's in or out. So we're looking for stuff that's out. And then as soon as we see out, then we'll zoom on over. All right. Refrigerated reach in. Temp was 36. So I guess they want it colder. The sausage refrigerator was 40. I guess they want it colder. And cheese was 41. Now, why in the hell would they want the tomatoes colder than 36? All right, freezing is 32. Tomato is 90-something% water. You can't. That's weird. That is very strange. I'm pretty sure that this is a new health inspector. These are perfectly fine temperatures. Now the hand sink, I guess they're just saying that everything is right because these temperatures are good. All right, so they've had a number of notices. A 5 calendar notice has been corrected. So they had issues. So I guess they had issues with their refrigeration before, and now they're saying that it's okay. So Sharon, got Sharon running around, writing up stuff. Warewash facilities, all this stuff is in. Okay, they have American Pest Control coming. Now, if anybody saw my video yesterday, they have to have the ventilation hood system cleaning contractor. They have to have their license. So they're using a company called Sparkle. So they're checking for all of that. They're checking for who's doing the pest control, who's cleaning the ventilation, also who's checking on the fire extinguishers in the hood. Let's see here. So they had no violations. All right, so that was a good example of what you would see on one of these. So unfortunately, they make it a little difficult for you guys. Oh, I hate beer halls. So you're gonna have to look for these ones that say follow up. Let's see what it says. That's gonna be your only clue. Ooh. No, it's in. All right. I had my hopes up. So they're just not very clean. So this is saying this was out of compliance. And what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for mentions of torn door gaskets, refrigeration temperatures high, like they say, proper hot holding temperatures. I'm looking for that to say out of compliance. That right there is your go symbol. That right there is letting you know, hey man, this is somebody you need to go to right now. See? So their hot water is not at 112, it's at 100. So they want that to be hotter. Excuse me. See right here. The interior of the ice machine does not look clean. Oh, look at that, Brother Charles. Hey, Brother Charles, let's catch a flight. We're going to DC. We're going to DC, Brother Charles. We are going to DC. Astro Beer Hall and Astro Donuts has a dirty ice machine. So, let me take this off the screen. Let me take myself off the screen. And then let me I'll leave the banner up. So as you can see right here in the middle of the screen, observed interior of the ice machine does not look clean to sight. So they want the ice machine clean. So right now, let me go back. Let's see what this date was. Okay, so it wasn't that long ago. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay. So it's about time. It's about time for you to put your hat in the ring and say, hey, look, the health department is going to be coming back around in another month. You want to make sure that that this machine is clean because they're sticking their cameras in there. They got inspection mirrors. And when you're dealing with beer and donuts, all that yeast and sugar and stuff goes right to the ice machine. So it's already been several months. I guarantee you it's already black, pink, and yellow slime in there already. Unfortunately, we don't get to see what kind of ice machine and all that other stuff, but it's time. They do beer and donuts. Oh yeah, they can't win. They can't win. So this is 1306 G Street. Oh no, that's the investors. My bad. 1308. This is 1308 G Street Northwest at the Astro Beer Hall. If I were you, I would swing on by there, give them your information, say, hey, look, we're here to keep the health department out of your hair, and we will make sure that we can take care of your ice machine because we do know that they're coming around looking at the ice machines, inspecting them. And they are marking it on the reports. It is a it's a point that it's something that they're actively going after nationwide, is that they're making sure these things. So they said, look, everything else was fine. Proper cooking, holding, refrigeration, but yet and still, with everything else being right, you could still make money cleaning that ice machine. Still make money cleaning that ice machine. Brother, we going to DC. Brother, we going to DC because they not on it. They're not on it over there. That's okay. Mike and Charles to the rescue. Don't you worry about that money, because Mike and Charles is about to take. We're going to Washington. We're going to Washington, brother. Let's go. Let's roll out. They don't want that money over there. That money just sitting there. Let's see who else is over there. That money's just sitting there. They don't want it. They don't even want it. So this is what you got to look for. Read the entire thing, even though everything else looked good. The report looked good. This looks completely innocent. It didn't seem like there was anything in that report. Yet and still, and they said the ice machine was dirty. Fish, ugh. Fish. 12 stories. An Asian bistro. Okay, so they haven't been over there in a while. Here's a follow-up. What the hell? Why not? Let's check it out. Who's ready for the next city? Who's ready for the next place? Or you still want me to dive into this and let's see what other money that they just leaving on the table over there? It's all right, man. We're gonna roll out. Don't be mad at me. You see two brothers rolling up in and out of these restaurants. Okay, so their water is fine. 114. Reach in is fine. I don't know why they have it marked. So they obviously have a dishwasher. So they're actually checking the parts per million on the dishwasher. Jessica is. Let's see what else they got going on here. So yeah, brother, you can go ahead and you hit up that ice machine, and I'll go on over here to this other place, and I'll hit up the dishwashers. Let's see what else we got. Everything looks good. I don't know why they said that chlorine was off, because that chlorine is pretty good. She doesn't have anything marked as far as I see. It's 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So she's looking for 135. That's what she's looking for. She's looking for 135. Because I'm like, man, the chlorine is fine. She wants a higher temp. This is a low temp dishwasher. And so in Texas, they let them run it about 3 times to get the water temperature up. But yeah, obviously they still are under. They're still under. Yeah, so she did the test. She did the strips and everything like that. So she's giving them time to get their water temperature up. All right, so enough with that one. You see what other trouble I can get into. What other clients I can steal from my viewers. Brother Charles, we're going worldwide. We're going to DC. We're going to DC tomorrow, brother. They don't even want this. They don't even want this. Florida Ave. Club. Oh, I hate clubs. I don't even want to. Please avoid clubs at all. I'm not even going to entertain that. Please avoid clubs at all times. That's different. It says compliant. Absolute noodle. Whatever could this be? So they must have been in big trouble. Yeah, they got them ranked. They must have been in big trouble. It was big trouble in Little China. All right, let's see what they got going on. They always do this. Plant food properly cooked for hot holding. Yep. Proves it. They put out food and they throw it in bins, and they want them to rethermalize. They want them to rethermalize it, not to do the way they're throwing it out. My wife does things the same way. She just leaves stuff out to thaw, and that is not the way it should be done. Pasteurized eggs, no. Oh Lord, they didn't wash the fruits and vegetables, so that's got nothing to do with us. They're not using gloves. We all know that. See what else they got going on. They're not doing proper dates on the food. So if you eat in there and your stomach gets a little rumbly, you know why? Because they're serving you some expired food. And this is not allegedly. That's the proper date markings are not there, and they're not disposing of it. Okay, yeah. So here it is right there. They're cited for it. Observe food past date marked in walk-in. So they got to walk in. So this is not. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Oh wow. And their dishwasher's not working. Zero temperature. They had no heat. Oh wow. Oh, what is going on? So yeah, so they obviously had some right. The hot water on the cook's line is only at 100 degrees, and they want it higher. Hand wash sinks 100 degrees, and they want it higher. That's why the dishwasher wasn't giving them temperature. Jesus. So they probably put in the strips, and the strips didn't even change from orange to brown. So the rice, that looks about right. 3-compartment sink, it's too low. Cold, the walk-in. So they're saying the walk-in was 41. All right, that's either way it go. They obviously are working with somebody, but I would still put my hat in the ring because whoever they're working with, they might not work with them again. They might deal with whoever came to do that repair, but then they say, hey man, I'm not dealing with these people no more. Next time we have a problem, we're going to go with somebody else. All right, we all know about the Navy Yards. What the unfortunate incident that happened at the Naval Yards over there in DC. All right, let's see here. Let's see what they got at the Navy Yards. How nice is it over there? AC Hotel. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Everything say in. Yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks good. So what this means is when you're in the area, you just drop your stuff off because it looks nice. They're more than likely they want to keep it nice. But just know that they're not going to be under any pressing issue. Martin Luther King Drive, we all know what that means. Addie Love, soul food. No, thank you. Addis. Is it like a mix of French and African? Addis Ababa and Paris, France? Anyway, they haven't been there since 2021. Ownership change. That's Afghanistan food. I would avoid that at all costs. It's the ownership that you would have a problem with more than anything. What in the hell is an air restaurant? Can somebody help me out with that? What the hell does that mean? Let's see what we got here. Damn, they're ranking everything at a moderate risk. Is nothing safe to eat in DC? I thought y'all had all these highfalutin Iron Men, Lord of War, military industrial people over there in DC. They can't get no better service than risking their life when they go to get something to eat. All right, let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Yeah, Brother Charles said he ready to roll. Yeah, hey, they took that camera into that ice machine and yeah, she said this is not right. Yeah, that's soul food, brother. Yeah, you know how that is. Oh, ooh, all right, we're at 1 hour and 11 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys want me to do another video, give me some kind of ideas on what you would want to see. But what we did cover is, and I'm going to flash this back for you real quick. For those of you that came in late, the original subject was about Follett Ice. what we have going on is you have these online webinars to teach you Follett Ice. Follett Ice is it's in the upper echelon of ice machines, and it has its place. They have their customers. I've shown you guys videos where they are using some Follets in Sam's Club and Costco. Because sometimes they get tired of Hoshizaki and then they go with Manitowoc. Then they get tired of Hoshizaki and Manitowoc and then they go with Follett. And they get tired of Follett and they go with Isomatic. So it's just one of those things. But it's always like in the top four, top 5 of choices. So Symphony Plus, January 23rd, 10 a.m. They're going over the water dispensing part of it. And that's Eastern Standard Time. It is 75 minutes. Usually the webinar is less than that. You're actually having a webinar. Let me see if I got the gentleman's picture down here. No, I sent another one. The tech support gentlemen are actually ones giving the class. So these are the people that you're going to want to talk to. You can actually carry on a conversation with them. You can ask them whatever. They are looking to have a conversation because they have the same old bitch fest with older techs every time they see them. So it's nice to talk to somebody new. For them, it's refreshing. So for you, it's nerve-wracking, but for them, they really enjoy it. So also on January 23rd, it's 1 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So this is for the preventative maintenance. So now they get into the cleaning of it. And this is 90 minutes. So what I said earlier is you could watch this on your phone. You can watch this on a tablet. It's going to be through Zoom, more than likely. If you do get a phone call, it's going to knock out your Zoom call. And then you got to log back in, and then it makes that little chiming sound every time a new student comes in. So that's on you. That's up to you. I mean, you can put it in air mode if you want to, or however you want to do it, but it's a 90-minute class. More than likely, it's going to be not even 90. It's probably going to be like 70 minutes, and then the rest of it is going to be for question and answering. So that's the 23rd, and then they go from the Symphony Plus water system to the Symphony Plus dispenser drive system. That's the difference. It is the drive system. And that is January 25th, 10 a.m. Eastern. And then the 25th, later on in the afternoon, you go over the Symphony Plus electrical systems. And then next we're going to go into February. So I'll redo another video for Follett with the refrigerators for February. But this is the ice machines. Oh, another customer of Follett is Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A has Hoshizaki and Follett. Sometimes they might have a mix. They might have Follett for the drive-through and the front, and then in the back they'll have 2 large Hoshizakis over a monstrous bin. Anybody want to see what these Follets look like? Yeah. So this is a good thing to get into. It's a good thing to get into. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see what these Follets look like. I spelt that all crazy. I'm glad you guys won't be able to see that. Let's see what you guys had to say. Well, I guess, there you go. Hey, contractor, what's happening? I don't know, contractor, did you see the video I did the other day? Oh, good. Did you see the video I did yesterday about the Ansel system? I did about 3 videos yesterday, but one of them is about the Ansel. Contractor, the Follett, as you very well know, you've seen these before, right? We've talked, so you know what I'm talking about. You've seen these in those facilities. They're big on that, on what you're talking about doing. This is a very this client knows all about that. So all you have to do is present to them, and they would be 100% on board with that. So these are the Follett symphonies. Let me see if I could pull up a name. Mm, so about $6 grand. Oh, you guys can't see that. Sorry about that. So about $6 grand. And so when you Follett, I believe. All right. So when you talk to Follett, you'll be able to. They will also tell you who your distributor is. So do not be afraid to communicate with the people that are giving the training class. The training class, the webinar is going to have an administrator there. She doesn't really say much. She's just hanging around to provide backup for the trainer. So any question you have, she would just then ask you for your information, and she's just going to shoot you all the contact stuff you need, price lists, all that kind of stuff, so that you can go ahead and get these things ordered. So this is the Follett Nuggets. Yeah, these are the Symphony. Yeah, duh. Sorry about that. These are the Symphony. See, so that's the Symphony Plus, and they have various different ones. They got different sizes. So these are in number of different facilities, doctor's office, hospitals, hotels. Right, right. A lot of hospitals, urgent 24s. That's right, those urgent 24 cases, those places. That's what they're big on. And office. Don't forget office, Brother Charles. You got a ton of office places with these freaking symphonies. What symphony? Even of the Symphony 14s. Let me see if I can go back. Yeah, there we go. Let me show this tab. So they get quite large. See, here's a plus 12. Symphony plus 12. So this is the one, like they said, it has the water and ice. Let me drop in the link because I do know for a fact now there's some people that are in here that weren't there before. Yeah, so this is their lab. They have this under laboratory equipment. The reason why they have the Symphony under laboratory equipment is because this is the only machine that meets the requirements of hospitals in different places. Like if somebody's in the burn unit, they can only use a Follett. All right. So different places, if it's a cancer ward, stuff like that, they only use Follett in those different places. They have anti-mold and bacterial killing material built into the tubing and all that kind of stuff. So that's what Follett's claim to fame is. All right. So I've gone over. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, chop this up and do something else for Twitter. But I'm broadcasting on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. So let me know if there's any places in particular you guys would want to see any of this material. Oh yeah. So but yeah, definitely a contract. Definitely check out the Ansel stuff I did yesterday. Matter of fact, since I got you on here, I'm going to do this. I am going to drop this link right now so that you don't have as much of a oh, that's the high. I don't want the high. I'm gonna drop a couple things. I'm gonna put a couple things in the link for you. This goes along with the hoods, with the commercial hoods. Since I already went over my hour, hey, you guys, I do try to keep this stuff really limited. That's why yesterday I had to chop it up into about two, three videos. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Here's the so you guys can see where I'm at. I know you guys typically watch my videos, but I'm just going to load you up. As this one in particular, I've had a conversation with the contractor, and so I want to make sure he stays up to date with this stuff. So this is the all right, I'll go with the water-based. So when you go in here, this is all the stuff, and I don't want to bore you guys. I'm gonna do this one last video. I'm gonna do this one last one. The R102. All right, one second. I'm almost there with y'all.
Create a legendary customer experience.
Yeah, we don't care.
Knowledgeable sales staff assists everyone from national chains to
Fair use. This is the Ansel R102 system that you're going to find in the hoods. All right, so this is what's under a commercial hood. This is what comes with the commercial hood. All of this is a separate piece, but it is part of the hood. This has to be installed separately. This is all that's required. When people tell you that they need a hood put in, this is what they're talking about. All of this has to be there. All of this is part of the deal. Let me see if I can find. Oh, my bad. Damn, y'all are looking at what I'm looking at. All right, let me find a better one because this one sucks. All of this is part of the deal. And I don't know why these people can't do a decent video for me. So what this is this allows the fire suppression system to act along with the hood and to put out any fires. That's the whole point of the hood, which is a whole separate construction from the actual hood. And so it is a full training that's required. It's a whole nother certification that goes along with the Ansel system. So all this is here. Please check it out. A lot of that stuff is in the video, but now you got the link, so you could actually just go on over, use these links that I put in the chat, and so you can go on over to Ansel and take a look at it. It is the one for the restaurants. Well, not just restaurants, but typically the kitchens. The R102 Ansel system. Ah, I spelled that wrong. Please excuse me. I spelled that wrong. Let me get rid of that. It is the R102. So if you look that up, you'll see I went over some costs yesterday for the Ansel system, and then the training that they have. They actually have the training on the East Coast. They have some training over there. But typically these systems are, especially like for what I was talking about with the contractor, those are like around $7 grand. Let me show you Ansel system install costs. Let's see, R102. And let me flash to this. And like I said, you guys can look it up yourself. It is the Ansel 102 fire suppression system costs between $3,000 and $5,500, but it usually goes up from there. Let me show more. So this actually has to be done once. There we go. Let me see if I can show a better one. So all of this is built out with the hood. Here is Thankfully, here's a better view of the Ansel system with the hood. So whenever someone asks you to put in a commercial hood, they are including this. This is never separate. This is all built in with the hood. You have to have the Ansel system put in. Finally, here we go. Fair use, fair use. All right, so I'm gonna show this video, and then we're gonna call it quits. So all inside the Ansel video I did yesterday, you guys will find all of that. So all these nozzles have to be installed and placed. All this stuff has to be done. There's a whole. You have to do the hood system, the ventilation up through the roof, and then this as well. This is all part of the hood. So it is a much bigger deal than residential, just slapping something up there.
Using this layout, appliances can be moved or replaced, and as long as they stay within the fire-free zone, they will be protected. In the event of an actual fire, the fusible link detection system responds rapidly to the growing heat.
And so I went over the fusible links.
Is exceeded, the fusible link separates, triggering the release of a compressed gas cylinder within the Ansel release mechanism.
Everything you see has to be checked every 6 months.
The compressed gas pressurizes the Ansel X agent tank and an air cylinder that trips the Ansel mechanical gas shutoff valve. The Ansel X agent is then dispensed throughout the system, rapidly knocking down the flames. And because it has a neutral pH factor, Ansel X is gentle on kitchen equipment as well. To help prevent fire reflash, the agent creates a foam blanket that inhibits the release of flammable vapors and cools the hazard area. The system can also be actuated using the manual pull station. Its bright red color makes it easily recognizable and has protective side guards to inhibit accidental actuation. The Ansel R102 Restaurant Fire Suppression System. Flexible fire protection designed for your changing needs.
All right. So there we go. And with that, we are done. Oh, look at Tim's. All right. So with that, we are done with that. That is it. So please, okay, I see a comment there. What we got going on? Yeah, no problem. No problem. I did a whole video on it, and you'll see it listed for yesterday. And we can always talk about it, and I can give you the whole thing. But I just wanted everybody to know that this exists. This is a need for retirement homes, food trucks. You know, all different type of places. The only place you really don't need is if you're doing catering from the house. If you're gonna turn a home into an assisted living, you need this. So they have various different ones. I have all the training listed on the other video that's titled Ansel, and it is very good money. You do need to go ahead, and they have to pay you every 6 months to go out, and you have to certify the equipment. Only an authorized, certified technician can go out and do the work. And with that, I do appreciate you guys for coming. This is the love you guys give me is overwhelming. I do appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. And I am taking requests on anything else you guys would like to know about. Oh, sure, no problem, CEO. No problem.